What's your definition of masculinity?
I am the definition of masculinity.
I grew up where masculinity was protecting your family, was having the guts to do what is right.
Empowering the people around you, like letting people be vulnerable and just like their best self.
For me, masculinity has a lot to do with like responsibility.
Providing for the people that I care about.
I don't even know if that's masculinity as much as just like being a good person.
That is a good question. It's something I feel like I'm continually trying to reframe my narrative.
I consider myself to be a man, so it's whatever I decide that means for me.
I think it's an assortment of things. I think there's not just one thing I could point to.
If you ask this question to anyone, it's going to be tough for them to actually like narrow down what their belief of what masculinity is.
When you think of masculinity, who do you think of? Like a top masculine figure?
My dad. Like a lot of younger guys, when I think of masculinity, the first person I think of is going to be my father.
He's come from basically nothing, grew up in a little village in India and sort of pushed his way through a lot of struggles, and I admire that.
Providing for his family, like having a really great relationship with my mom, splitting tasks and delegating authority to us and like making us feel empowered as his kids.
I consider my best friend Tom, for example, to be a manly person because he's somebody who is in touch with his emotions. He's not afraid to be vulnerable.
For me, St. Joseph, that's like an idea of somebody who just responsible, you know what I mean? Did what he had to do, he was humble.
Well, I say Jesus Christ, but here on earth, I say my dad.
One easy example that comes to mind is just any buff superhero. So for example, like Superman, Batman, just kind of the obvious ones.
Jason Momoa, I don't know.
I guess like athletes.
I mean, like LeBron James, he's as manly as it gets, right?
I guess like bodybuilder influencers, a lot of times they're seen as manly just because of what they do or whatever activities they do can usually be seen as manly.
You could be a sports player. It could be a CEO. It could be like anything, really. You could be like a house husband and you could be very masculine.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't mean to be cringy, but like, I think Harry Styles is pretty masculine.
Do you think there are unique pressures today with regards to masculinity?
Yeah, I think 100%.
In the modern day, I think a lot of it's coming from societal pressures.
Trying to make everybody into a manly man. I do think your like average guy grows up thinking that they shouldn't be very emotionally vulnerable.
Be the macho guy, don't cry, provide.
They should be in constant competition with like women and like have to be stronger than women.
Like the stereotypical answers, your hunter and gatherer answers.
Like the Liver King Andrew Tates of the world, like that kind of thing of being like.
That is very much like somebody who found an audience of vulnerable young men and just decided to go ham with them and to trigger every single insecurity that they have, right?
This clearly can't be legit.
I think that's the reason why there's like such a strong pipeline for like young 12, 13, 14-year-old guys who are very impressionable to look at people like Andrew Tate and things like that and find that to be the ideal of a man.
The faster we can move away from that, the faster we can get a more open conversation and, maybe not such a narrow definition of what masculinity is.
I've always struggled actually with my voice. I always thought it was like very feminine and like not masculine. I was kind of called some things and like people didn't really talk to me and stuff like that. So I guess that made me like also feel less like manly and that I just don't fit whatever that is.
Okay, but I'll give you an honest answer. I think it's do what makes you happy. Don't worry about other people think. I mean, don't hurt other people, but like focus on yourself. That's what I have for you.
My name is Antonio Mauri and I'm studying business administration.
My name is Liam Reinhardt. I'm a senior studying international relations and economics.
My name's Chris Law. I'm an MBA student.
Alex Palikian.
I'm Owen. I'm a junior and I'm studying environmental studies.
Krishna.
My name is Elijah and I'm studying kinesiology.
Name is Stanley. I study film and production.
My name is Shresht Shrivastava.
My name is Veer and I'm a second year studying philosophy.